Hey everyone, so we are going to talk about money today. Everyone likes to talk about money, and some of you might even have your own money that you're starting to save. So money is different in every single country that you visit. So if I'm in the Czech Republic, I need a special set of money. If I go to China, I need a different set of money. And if I go back home to America, I need an even different set of money. All those different sets of money are called currency. Can we say it together? Currency. One more time. Currency. So, the Czech Republic has one currency, China has another currency, and America has another currency. Does anyone know the name of the Czech Republic's currency? If you said crowns, you're absolutely right. So you probably are very familiar with what crowns look like. We have 1 crown, 2 crowns. Do you think there's a 3 or 4 crown? Nope. We skip all the way to 5. Then we go to 10, 20, and up to 50. And then we go to paper money that has 100s, 200s, 500s, and then all the way to 1,000. So in the US, we use a different currency called a dollar. So let's see. If I'm going to go home and visit my mom and dad, could I take my Czech money and buy something with my Czech crowns? No, people would look at me like I'm crazy. I would need to bring my American currency home with me. And in America, we use something called dollars. So we have some coins, just like in the Czech Republic. So this little coin is called a penny. A penny is worth 1 cent. And something interesting, on our pennies, we have some presidents. So this president is called Abraham Lincoln. And on the back, we can have slightly different things. So this is our penny, and it's worth 1 cent. The next one, unfortunately, I don't have. It's called a nickel. So a nickel is our next one. It's something smaller than this, but bigger than this. So in the middle, and a nickel is worth 5 cents. So we have 1 cent and 5 cents. The next one we have is a dime. So on our dime, again, we have another president, and it looks like this on the back. Does anyone know how much a dime is worth? A dime is worth 10 cents. So far we have our penny for 1 cent, our nickel, which I don't have, for 5, and our dime for 10. Does anyone know what the next coin that we have in America is called? If you said quarter, you're absolutely right. So on the quarter, we have our first president, George Washington, and on the back, there can be different things. So this is a state. In America, we have 50 states, and they've made 50 coins, 1 for each state. So this one has Nebraska. This one has Missouri. And this one actually has somewhere I used to live very close to, called Harper's Ferry in West Virginia. So I used to live right by where this quarter is from. And our quarter, does anyone know how much a quarter is worth? If you said 25 cents, that's absolutely right. And the word quarter might sound very familiar. So let's see, if I were to draw a circle and break it up into 4 pieces and color one in, I would have a quarter. So it's called a quarter because we need 4 of them to equal $1. So that brings us to our next piece of money. Our next piece is called a dollar. So we have $1. So I have a little quiz for you. Do you think my quarter that's worth 25 cents is worth more or less than my dollar? If you said that my quarter is worth less, you're absolutely right. My dollar is worth more. So all of these coins help us to make up a dollar. So a dollar equals 100 cents. So let's look. To make $1, so we're going to try to make $1. How many pennies that are worth 1 cent would I need to make up a dollar? So let's see. 1 cent equals, how many pennies would I need for a dollar? So I would say 100 in $1. $1. So there's 1 cent. For 1 penny, there are 100 in a dollar. Our next one that I don't have is our nickel, and that's worth 5 cents. How many nickels do you think we need to make up a dollar? Remember, it's 100 cents. So what we can do is we can count by 5. So let's see. We have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. So we counted to 20. So it takes 20 nickels to make $1. 20 nickels in $1. The next one is a dime. And who remembers how much a dime is worth? If you said 10 cents, you're absolutely right. A dime is worth 10 cents. So now let's see, how many dimes do we need to make up a dollar? So this time, we can count by tens to 100. So let's go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So we got to 10. So there are 10 dimes in $1. And our last one is a quarter. Maybe we remember my drawing up here. A quarter is worth 25 cents. So we have 25 cents, 25 cents, 25 cents, and 25 cents. How many quarters do we need to make $1? We would need 4. Very good. So we have 4 quarters in $1. So you might notice I have something that looks like a C with a line through it and something that looks like an S through a line with it. So we can write 1 cent in in 2 different ways. So if I want to say 1 cent, I can write 1 with the little C, or I can write $0.001. So if I want to write 5 cents, how do you think I can write it? I can write 0.05. What about 10 cents? I can write 10 with the little c, or I can write 0.10. And the last one we have is a quarter. So I can write 25 with the cent sign that looks like a C, or I can write 0.25. So this is called a decimal point. This decimal point is really important because it separates dollars from cents. So anything to this side of the decimal is a dollar. Anything to this side is a cent. So remember, this way we have a dollar. This way we have the cents, the coin money. So let's try a little quiz. What if I were to write something like 1.35? 1.35. How many dollars would I have in 1.35? Right, I would have $1 because to this side of the decimal are dollars. And what about how many cents would I have? How many cents? If you said 35, that's absolutely right. I would have 35 because cents are to this side of the decimal. So let's try one last quiz. So what if I have 5.21? 5.21. How many dollars are there in 5.21? If you said 5, perfect. Because remember, dollars go to this side of the decimal. So there are 5 pieces of paper money. How many cents are there? If you said 21, you're absolutely right. Because cents are on this side of the decimal. So, if you have any questions, be sure to ask them. I hope this helped and you learned something. See you later.